Alright, first and foremost, we like to begin by giving out praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem. Kakadash, double honors, apostles, and elders of great milestone. Right? These brother here come to do another lesson, come to edify the Lord's elect once again. Right? Right, you know you how to do this work. So you know nothing can stop this work, right? And this lesson will be entitled, right? The chariots. Right? The chariots. The chariots of the Lord. Right? The Lord's vehicle. Right? This chariot. So chariot basically referring to like Lord's vehicle. Right, the chariot is basically just is something that could stop you, right? The chariot is very dangerous and not to be taken jokey. So the first piece I want to read is 2 Kings 11, right? And 2 Kings 2 and verse 11. And it came to pass, and they still went on and take that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and the horses of fire, and they brought them both as Son and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. So this is describing the chariot as a whirlwind, right? Right, we know the chariots of the Lord is referring to, right, the Lord's, so something that the Lord have control over, right, the Lord's vehicle, we should say, the Lord that's driving that, right, and the Lord, this chariot is basically going to other meanings and other things, right. If we go on the page GMS Word of Life, we see chariots in different forms, basically shape shifting, right? You can see a chariot, right? Right, when people see chariots, they say UFO, shooting stars, so much excuses, but they don't take it serious, right? Which is high. That is a chariot, right? That is a chariot. That is a chariot. Right, verse 12, right? And Elisha saw it and cried. And Elisha saw it and he cried, my father, the chariots of Israel and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes and ripped them into two pieces, right? So this is basically going into the chariots, right? Right? I talk about the chariots, it's going into the chariots breakdown, right? Nothing else that is the meaning, right? I wonder if I ask Google what would be the meaning of the chariots. Obviously, right? Let me see if I get the meaning I'm looking for. Chariot. Right? So it's here. A chariot is a fast two-wheel horse drawn vehicle used in accident time for war, racing and purse. Right, I know the meaning we're looking for. Historical and angel warfare. So it's a like it's a spiritual and biblical meaning. Divine power and presence in scriptures, chariots often represent powers, sovereign control over the armor and power executed. So right, what is showing here? This is where the Lord have control over. The Lord can send the chariots to zap you, zap this one. In that time to come, the Lord will send out his chariot to zap people. And when the scripture says the Lord, the chariots of the Lord was 20,000, I was a gate. It have a precept saying that, you know. Alright, that is it. Psalm 68 and verse 17. The chariots of power, or 20,000, even thousands of angels, the Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. Right, so what is basically going into the chariots? Right, the chariots is 20,000, so the chariots gonna be many chariots in that time. Not just one chariot coming to wipe out this whole nation. No. We can see more than one chariot, right? We can see plenty chariots, plenty different chariots, right? Not just one chariot, not two chariots, right? The chariots of the Lord is many. Right? And I was seeing the chariots could do basically shape shifting, right? Right? Right, the chariots could basically change into what you want to change. Right, these chariots could be fucking hidden, watching you preach, doing this, right? The chariots of the Lord. Right, we know the chariots of the Lord is a serious thing. People don't take it serious, right? So yeah, they're gonna be shocked in that time when the Lord come. Right? We know the chariots of the Lord is just different, right? I'll go with Zechariah. By the way, this will be a part 1 and part 2 lesson. So, the final precept, which is Zechariah chapter 1 and 5. No, I keep saying. Wait, it's actually Zechariah 1 and 5. I was thinking about Zephaniah, right? But it's no, it's 5 and 1 actually. Right? Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I saw a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So this basically going into the chariots of the Lord, the chariots of the Lord, right? Alright, so with that, we have to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashum, Yahushai, Bahashum, Kakadash, double and the apostles and the of faith, my stone. We like to say Shalom.